Across the world, people report moments where reality feels out of alignment. These aren't ghost stories. They're recurring human experiences we still can't fully explain. Researchers group these strange events into four main categories: the Mandela Effect, time slips, sensed presence, and missing time. And what's unsettling is how similar the reports sound, even from people who have never met. When we interviewed witnesses for this series, many insisted these events felt absolutely real, more real than dreams. Some neuroscientists believe the brain creates errors that feel flawless, convincing us a false event actually happened. Memory isn't a recording, it's a reconstruction, and reconstructions can shift. That's the foundation of the Mandela Effect, millions confidently remembering the same wrong detail. But here's the part that keeps researchers awake. Some people recall entire versions of books that never existed. And these memories match across countries, cultures, and languages. When groups misremember together, we call it memory clustering. But that only explains part of the pattern. Some Mandela Effect cases scale far beyond coincidence. Millions reporting the same detail that never existed in any archive. We checked archival databases ourselves. Many of these memories truly have no historical source. But glitches in reality aren't only about memory. Some people claim time itself bends. A classic time slip, walking down a familiar street, only to find the world around you suddenly wrong. In many cases, people discover minutes or entire hours vanished from their timelines. Several witnesses report walking through an area where people, cars, and sound were simply gone. The silence is often the detail they remember most vividly, an unnatural, heavy quiet. Experts say time perception can distort under stress or fatigue, but that doesn't explain all cases. In a few rare reports, CCTV footage aligns with the witness. Entire segments show unexplained gaps. Some physicists entertain the idea of micro-level time anomalies, brief distortions we barely notice. And then there's the sensed presence phenomenon, feeling someone in the room despite no one being there. Thermal scans often show nothing. No heat signature, no movement, yet the feeling persists. Some describe it as a presence standing right behind them, close enough to feel. Neuroscience can link some of this to body maps in the brain misfiring, but the triggers remain unclear. Outdoor sensed presence cases are among the most chilling, especially in isolated locations. Clusters appear in mountain trails, deserts, and long-distance expeditions. Hikers often report the same thing. I knew someone was there. I could feel them.
The mist just rolled in, and suddenly we were completely
One explorer told us, something walked beside me for half an hour, and I never saw it. Recorded physiological data often shows elevated stress responses, even with no external threat. It isn't fear from imagination. It's the body responding as if something real is there. Missing time is the rarest glitch type and the most disturbing. People describe looking at a clock and suddenly realizing an hour has vanished. In documented cases, timestamps jump, without the footage showing anything unusual. There wasn't any device malfunction. There wasn't a blackout, just missing time.
So I'm tapping this
Physics offers hypothetical explanations, but none fit every case.
As we scroll in, you can see the ripple.
Neuroscience can link some of this to body maps in the brain.
Most investigations end the same way,
unclear.
inconclusive. That's why people started calling these moments glitches in reality. And yes, hundreds of viewers have sent us their own experiences. These reports come from everywhere, Different cultures, same patterns.
So what exactly are these glitches? Brain errors? Perception anomalies? Or something deeper?
To understand them, we spoke with neuroscientists studying memory and time perception. They explained how REM intrusion can blend dream fragments into waking reality. These are the cases scientists struggle with, the outliers, where multiple witnesses experience the same glitch simultaneously. And the environment seems to shift in ways no one can fully document. That's why we decided to test this phenomenon ourselves. In the next episode, we begin a controlled experiment. A real environment, real sensors, and a volunteer who has reported sensed presence. We will track brain activity, room temperature, EM fields, and sound patterns to find out whether sensed presence is internal or triggered by something external. Part 1 showed the patterns. Part 2 reveals what science can and can't explain. And the results were not what we expected. There was one moment in particular that none of us could explain. It happened on night 2, during the exact minute our sensors spiked. All readings jumped simultaneously, something we had never seen before. And what the volunteer reported seconds later changed the direction of our research. In part 2, we reveal the full experiment and the anomaly we captured. If reality has flaws, we're about to find the first cracks.